to another installment of Horror Shopping Network.
It's our first episode, maybe?
Oh,
Is
I guess so.
Is this going to be episodic?
I said another episode of another installment, but this could be our first episode too. I don't know. We're pretty terrible at this anyway. So we are Horror Shopping Network. This is Fernie. I'm Mitch. We wear really cool polos, if you haven't noticed.
We have good hair, beards.
And sometimes we sell products.
Sometimes.
Some people actually watch this.
Occasionally, but it's mainly for the beards.
Yeah, it's it's about us and our polos and our beards. But occasionally, I have a bad cold.
Sure.
Has nothing to do with cocaine at all. So, what were we doing again?
We're
selling product.
Yeah.
Oh, we're shooting a video.
Yeah, we're shooting a video.
Okay. So today we have a really cool company called Gore Noir magazine. They actually put together a publication that's all horror. So Horror Shopping Network. All you assholes out there shouldn't buy this shit. And we're professionals, so we say shit and fuck and ass and cunt. And
Uncensored.
it's uncensored
we're
version.
uncensored.
This will be the straight to Patreon, but that doesn't exist at all yet because we're in the 80s.
This is a high quality magazine. Like look at there's gloss, there's sheen.
Yes,
It's nicely made.
it's got a nice sheen to it.
It's got can I hold it?
No,
Like
it's got some weight to it.
It's got weight to it.
Yeah.
I mean, I love the digital age we live in now,
Yeah.
with being able to read magazines on tiny screens.
Yeah.
But it's super nice to have something in your hands to hold.
So Gore Noir magazine actually has a digital version too. So if you like to sit on the toilet and read magazines on your phone, you could definitely do that. On the iPhone, it's through iTunes. Just look up Gore Noir magazine. You could purchase it through there. Or if you're old school like us and you'd like to physically hold a magazine, you could pick up the print version at gorenoir.com.
It smells nice. It smells good. Yeah, you folks at home can't smell this, but it smells pretty great.
Maybe we could hook up smell-o-vision. That'd be cool, right?
I think that'd be great, yeah.
We'll have scratch cards.
Except for the mic, we have a microphone down here. Smell-o-vision may not be the best.
Oh, you weren't saying smell the mic.
No, don't smell the mic.
All right.
Look at that quality.
Who knows where that mic's been?
Look at that quality, folks.
It's very high quality. It's artwork, photography. There's a lot of celebrities in there. This one actually has Linnea Quigley. She was in every horror movie. They had to have some part of her, like just her boobs in some movies. Zombies galore. One of their advertisers, Virus Vodka. Go pick that up and drink some of it.
Is that a good vodka? Oh, it is a good vodka. That's how good it is. That's how good it is that I couldn't remember how much of it I had.
Fernie had a mind eraser that weekend and totally forgot about it.
That was very fun.
Yes, it was good times. And then we have the Ghost issue. There's a bunch of different issues that Gore Noir magazine has. But you will find exclusive photos in a lot of these, artwork. Thank you. But yes, they do smell good. You know what the best way to do smell-o-vision with this would be?
Like a scratch and sniff card?
What they could do is they just buy the magazine, and they could smell the magazine while they're watching the video.
A smell, you smell.
Yeah. We smell, you smell.
I think that's fantastic. Yeah. It's a lot cheaper.
Like these ones, they have the coffin issues. These are like a special edition. They're the only magazine that's done a coffin issue. You can quote me on that. Until somebody comes through and does a cease and desist and says we weren't the first.
Trademark logo is going to go right here.
Yeah.
Trademark?
Everywhere. Everywhere. But this one is the H.P. Lovecraft. They do it every year. It's really cool. They're amazing people.
How easy do you think it? How how difficult do you think it is for the folks over at Gore Noir to make a coffin-shaped magazine? I mean,
So,
you can't just print a regular one and then cut it. Like, what kind of work is involved in that?
so what I've heard they do is they draw a pentagram on the ground, and they take all the work they've done on the computer, and they sacrifice a goat, and then they chant, and then it just comes out like that out of the printer.
Very serious about their craft.
Yes.
Very serious.
It is a craft.
I love this. Look, that's like, remember those old school ads
Yes.
in all the great magazines? That's fantastic.
I've heard from the great guy who puts this together
Yeah?
that that's what they were going for, is like that old school
Old
kind
school
of feel
feel.
to it.
Yeah. I heard he's a devilishly handsome guy.
I heard he is very, very good looking, extremely, and he's just great all around. Like, he's a genius.
So, I mean, he must be. He must be an
to be
absolute
able
genius.
to, yes.
To figure out what kind of chant you need to do to get a pentagram-shaped coffin, for
Yeah.
one. For two, but to come up with a horror magazine that is just old school, it's great. You know, I mean, I'm a big fan of horror rags, Fangoria and such. I grew up on those, but to have something, where's this based out of? Is it based out of?
I heard they're based out of Austin, Texas right now.
Austin.
They've been based out of a couple different places. San Francisco, Hollywood. They're part of their business is going to be moving up to Dallas. Most of these, you can find online. Like I said, gorenoir.com is the best place to buy it. They do sell out, so they're going fast. Act fast. Gorenoir.com is the best place to find it. And you can find them at a bunch of smaller shops. It's hard to find because they support small business. They don't. You're not going to find this in Barnes and Noble. You pretty much have to go into a shop and tell them the secret password, and they have them behind the counter, and they pull them out, and it's like wrapped up, usually in
Yeah.
like some velvet.
They ask if you're a cop,
Yeah, they ask
because
if
you
you're a
have to
cop.
tell them.
Because they know, which craft has gone into this. That's the only way you're going to get something like this.
That's fantastic. So, what is this?
I have no idea what that
This
is.
looks like those.
What is that?
Do you guys remember these clamshell cases, VHS style?
Yes.
Like actually having to go to a store and show them your card.
So, put
and
pants
give
on,
them
you're talking
money.
about?
Well, no, you didn't have to put pants
Okay.
on, but you had to go somewhere
Okay.
and pick out one of these old school VHS cassettes.
So, this one actually, it's, they don't actually have a VHS, but I heard they're working on one. With all their, videos. That would be, pretty cool. But this is kind of like a fake thing, and they use it as, a packaging for, there's a USB that you can have, all the digital magazines on. They have some audio interviews, and
Don't use
so
that. So this is really cool. So this
Yeah.
is the case that stuff comes in.
Yeah.
It says here on the cover, a low budget limited bootleg edition, which is fantastic. Limited edition, look at that.
only 10.
Numbers on the back. Only 10.
Yeah, it's signed by the genius that makes this. We've actually, I've heard they've already sold 5 of them.
Really?
They've only got 5 left. So act fast on that one.
You got to get on this, guys. You got to jump on
It's
this.
filled with goodies, random horror goodies. I think one person got some Toxic Avenger trading cards, which was pretty cool.
That's
and then
awesome.
there's some fake tattoos and stuff like that.
Which is
Yeah,
Fake
That-
tattoos.
that's how we got all ours, because
Yeah.
we just bought a bunch of these and just
Mhm.
put them all over ourselves.
so where is this available on the website too? Is this
Yeah, that's all available on the website. So that's where we're going to send everybody, gorenoir.com. They have a lot of stuff on the website. They have pins, prints, toys, not adult toys, but,
Not yet.
well, I'm an adult, sort of, and I play with them, so I guess they're adult toys, technically. But aliens and
It just depends on how creative you
yeah,
are with them.
anything could be used as a dildo if you
Oh,
if
if you're determined enough.
Yeah, if you're
You just
determined enough. I mean, technically, like magazine. I mean, you could just like roll this bad boy
Well,
up. Look at that.
That's
Look at that. Another use. Another use for the magazine. Look
and
at that.
I mean, and there's a candle here. I mean that.
Oh, the candle can definitely be used.
Look at that. It's
There's-
rounded.
There's some crafty guy or gal that would be very happy
It's. I guarantee you, it's already in use for that.
to violate their orifices with that. Just don't light it first, unless you really want to.
Or
I mean, you
do
can do
light
like
it
some
first.
people are into the wax stuff, right?
I mean, yeah.
Like hot wax.
Yeah.
So that would be like two things in one.
How else are you gonna smoke out the rodent that you left
So
up there?
this end goes in, this end is lit. So number one, you've got penetration, and the second one is you're dripping hot wax at the same time.
I
So
like this motion for penetration.
two uses in once. Like what else could you use this for? Like
Oh, okay.
a paperweight. You could use it for a paperweight.
Not nearly as fun sounding, but for the
Yeah,
business professional. For the business
I went
professional.
from penetration and hot wax to paperweight. People are just like, oh. Or maybe you're the other way around.
yeah,
maybe
exactly.
the other way
Like,
around.
no.
Maybe you're not so into the penetration.
Now I can take that to the office. It's perfect. Yeah, because they can't take their dildo to the office.
No, yeah. I
Their
mean,
dildo paperweight.
it's like incognito. Like, boss isn't gonna know what I really use this for at home.
Smell-o-vision. That's all I'm gonna say.
Well, I don't know how we're gonna work with that one. With the magazine, you can just take it home and smell it. You're good to go. I mean, yeah, no.
So how did the magazine get started? How do you know? Have you spoken to that that handsome genius who runs it?
Well, I'm actually that handsome genius.
Don't say.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun dun dun.
Yes, I do own Gore Noir magazine. I just had to get that off my chest. So. I did create this. So the way it started actually was to promote my clothing line, Lucky Fuck, lucky-fuck.com. And it's just expensive to do advertising these days. It's just not cheap. So the amount, I've always wanted to do a magazine, and the amount that I was going to put into advertising, I just figured I'd just put into a magazine. And I've always been into horror my whole life since I was a kid. I think one of the first actual movies I remember watching was actually Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yes.
So it scared the shit out of me.
That scarred a lot of our
Yes.
generation. Yeah, absolutely.
Freddy was in my dreams.
How many issues have you done?
So this one here, this is the Return of the Living Dead issue. That's number 14. But that doesn't mean we've only done 14 issues, because we don't number the coffins.
Oh.
So technically you've probably done like 20-something issues.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
That's in like, we've been around for 5 years. You haven't heard of us because we're a small magazine. And like I said, you can find us in some small stores. Just in Austin, we're in Encore, Guzu Gallery, Secret October. And then Dallas, you can find us in a couple shops up in Dallas. And then some shops in Burbank too, in California.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, we like supporting small business. We're a small business. And, I mean, we'd like to be in the bigger stores too, just so people can find us, but I want to get the base of people first and then kind of work my way up from there. But really it's about supporting artists and, basically the bigger magazines don't really support artists.
I mean,
we're back.
honestly, I think we've done really well so far. We've not
Yeah.
fucked this up as much as I thought we would.
No, I thought it was going to be nothing but bloopers. Well, I mean, there's a lot of bloopers in there. And we're going to have to cut out a lot. But we're running pretty strong. Like, it's definitely, I mean, like, all the adult toy jokes were good. Like, rolling this out. Like, you can really use this as a dildo if you like.
You can't, well, there's some people who can kill with a magazine.
Really?
Yeah, I was watching
I'd like to see that.
I was watching a lot of self-defense videos.
Uh-huh.
Don't ask me why. But I was watching, and there was this one gentleman who
Now I have to ask you why.
So, I don't want to get too political, but I am brown, and I live in a white state.
You're
So,
brown?
just a little bit. The lighting
I'm
and the
gonna throw
makeup.
up the white balance on this, so you're just gonna look white as hell. Those people are gonna be like, bullshit.
I'm what we call a coconut, where you kind of light brown on the outside, but all white on the inside.
Yeah.
But self-defense, it's always a good thing, you
Yeah,
know.
no,
I
definitely.
watched a video. This gentleman, he took a magazine, rolled it up, and knocked people unconscious with it. It was pretty amazing. He de-armed them and knocked them unconscious.
I think I need to find this guy.
Yeah,
and,
just
like,
YouTube.
I'm gonna sponsor him.
I don't know what you YouTube.
I want to see him beat people up with my magazine.
Magazine death, or I don't know. Yeah, that would be actually an amazing commercial.
Yeah. Yeah, like Gore Noir magazine.
He takes someone down and then just opens it and starts
Kill
reading it.
zombies. Yeah. Like, Like you're just in the middle of reading a magazine and then you just roll it up and you just kill people. Like, see, that's another use for this. Like, self-defense.
Self-defense, absolutely. Other uses for it would be kindling, obviously.
Kindling,
Yeah,
yeah. No, it's very good for that.
When the apocalypse hits, have all of their issues on hand, and yeah, amazing kindling.